My name is Star Vanier. I'm a licensed master social worker, LMSW, and I've been in the field for about 5 years. Psychotherapy is very effective and it can benefit patients due to the therapist using intense listening, focusing on what the patient is saying, helping them to resolve problems they're having, gaining a new life perspective, and developing new coping skills. Humanistic therapy is effective and benefits the patient because it focuses on the good in the patient. It focuses on their innate abilities to help themselves and to highlight coping skills that they may already have that they weren't aware of. Interpersonal therapy can benefit a patient in that it can be short-term, 2 to 4 months. It can be longer, but it doesn't have to be. And it helps the patient learn to relate to others, build coping skills in interpersonal relationships, role modeling. It helps with grief and depression, and it can be very effective. Group therapy can benefit a patient because it gives them a purpose to their day. They have somewhere they need to show up. They're accountable to others. There's a therapist that's trained that runs the group. They can realize some goals they have based on other people's goals. They get peer feedback. It can be a very, very effective way of dealing with anything, with grief, with substance abuse issues, and really having that peer support. In my opinion, group therapy is very beneficial because you do have a trained therapist there running it, and the peer support can be very, very helpful, especially in the beginning when you're dealing with a crisis or a problem. Eventually psychotherapy could be a long-term goal, an aftercare plan after the group is complete.
Hi, how are all of you? You guys have just seen Star's point of view. She actually is my social worker, and I figured to give you the chance to hear it from a patient's perspective. I have only been attending therapy for 2 months. I attend both interpersonal therapy and group therapy. Interpersonal therapy is good to go to. It gives you that one-on-one, that confidentiality in case you're scared about talking with other people, around other people. This is definitely an option where you get that private one-on-one with you and your social worker or therapist. She helps me to find healthy social relationships and to find ways to control either behavioral defects such as anger, depression, and so forth. I do attend the group therapy meetings. I find these to be very healthy and a great help. It has done great things for me. I was always this type of person to hold things in and not speak about it, and to be able to hear everybody else's story and talk gets me to start learning to talk to other people instead of holding your feelings in. It feels really good to let it out. And you know, don't think just because you're talking to someone else, you know, in these meetings they don't judge you, you know. I'm not saying that's in every meeting, but I'm saying in the meetings that I do go to, you know, there's nobody who's judgmental. We all learn that we all have our own issues, and we praise each other for getting where we are today. At the group meetings, I also realized that just from hearing other people talk, I actually learn something myself. I sit there and I think, wow, now this person feels the same way I felt at this point in time, and I'm not alone. there's other people out there who feel like that. So group meetings, if you do have small problem, big problem, it's a good thing to go to, group therapy. Out of the two therapies, I enjoy them both. Group therapy, is more of a, universal thing. There's a lot of different subjects to talk about. I'm not in a substance abuse class. It's mostly just healthy relationships and learning which relationships are good ones and bad ones. Just because a relationship feels good doesn't always mean it's a healthy relationship. Working with Star really has helped me to open up. I finally talk to my mom about things now, being age 26, that I've never told her that happened when I was 8 years old. Therapy is actually beneficial.